Hey, Ashley, I guess I'm just gonna do this over. I figured the only way to do it is just to read your whole letter first and then go back and answer it. So here goes. Dear Father, I have received many letters from you in the past, so I figured I'd return the gesture. I have so many questions to ask you now that you have no choice but to hear them. Though you could rip this letter up, I still have high hopes that you will actually read this. The first question I have to ask is, would you take a bullet for me? I would like to think, as your only blood daughter, that you would risk your life to save mine. In all honesty, after all that has happened, I don't think I'd risk my life for yours. I don't want you to feel hurt by this. If you are, then I'm sorry. The foremost reason is because fathers aren't supposed to speak to their bastard children. The second reason is that I feel like I owe nothing to you. You owe me explanations for your actions, but I feel that you should start explaining it. I feel that you should start explaining. It may take all day. The third and final reason is because I don't need you in my life. You have done nothing for me except teach me to trust no one. In all sincerity, thank you for that. I'd also like to address why you think I hate Eliza and Silver. Trust is true. I don't know. Truth is, I don't hate either of them. I greatly dislike all three of you, but I try not to hate you guys. For one, I feel no respect nor loyalty to any chosen one of your family, yourself included. As you and I both know, I don't enjoy Liza's company. The reasons for this are because she is extremely selfish, judgmental, and careless. I don't know her very well, but I know those things to be true. I have never seen her be selfless in any way, shape, nor form. She has a handful of judgments towards everyone. She knows, myself included. I have also never seen her care about the consequences of anything she does. When it comes to Silver, it's different because she's young. She's extremely spoiled and thinks the world revolves around her. As a result, she thinks you and Eliza are the angels sent to take care of her when we both know that's complete bullshit. Just because she basks in your glory doesn't mean you're a good person. She's too young to understand how terrible a person actually are. She isn't your daughter. I am, and I always have been. What I don't understand is why you say you have a family to take care of on Facebook. I am your actual family, and you neglected to be there. On top of not being there, you feel the need to blame it on me. You say that I pushed you away. Now you're saying that my mom didn't give you equal parenting time. Bullshit. Don't blame my mom for the mistakes that you made. You have no one to blame but yourself for us not having a relationship. I will admit some of the fault is on me for telling you to leave me alone, but as a father, you should have tried to change my mind. I know you well enough to know that you have a habit of placing the blame on other people. Blaming my mom for us not having a relationship is way too far. It's not her fault that you are a piece of shit father and a trophy stepdad. As it appears, life is as it appears. Life isn't a game of go fish. Not everyone has the same amount of cards in the end. You can't just pick and choose what blames people will claim for you, but if it's okay with you, I'll play along. Put all the blame on me, but in your game, the loser wins because I've learned how to cut off the loser ends. Atmosphere, the loser wins. Um, I'm not. That's like mirror image, so you can't. I don't know what it says, but sincerely, Ashlee Rose Berenson. Um, well, nice to know that you actually received letters that I wrote to you. It's kind of reassuring in some way. your first question, would I take a bullet for you? Uh, yeah. Um, I guess that I would hope that would go without asking, but I would hope you wouldn't put yourself in a situation where I need to take a bullet for you. But if the need arises, yeah. Um, but with the same token, if I was someplace where somebody open fired on a crowd of people or something, I'd probably throw myself in harm's way at that point too. Um, that doesn't mean that that's any important or less important than you taking a bullet, but whatever would make you bring up that question, I don't know. But yeah, uh, I don't want you to feel hurt by this, but uh, I don't understand what you think you need explanations to. You didn't really go into any specifics or anything. I just owe you explanations. Um, I'd be happy to give you explanations or um, what you would think are excuses or reasons. I don't know what it is you want from me, kid. Um, I made myself available. I tried to insert myself into your life. Put myself in the position to be around you, and you still don't want to be around me. And um, I'm not trying to place the blame on you or transfer any blame onto you. But if I'm there for you to see, and I make myself available, and you still don't want to see me, then there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Uh, as to your raging hate of my wife, I don't understand where this comes from, other than uh, you feel your place was taken away when I was married. Well, I mean, I can go back into Facebook messages and um, do as much, say as much yourself. That's understandable. I get that, but you never even have given her a chance. After I got married, it's a lot harder, more expensive to take care of three people versus one person. Well, one and have the child support. All of a sudden now, my only bill was child support, and then now it goes to child support and rent on a house. That would be twice as much what I normally pay. Uh, two cars, insurance for two cars. All these things are very expensive. It's not that I didn't want to support you or help you, but if your mom and Adam are providing more than enough for you, I don't think you ever starved or went without clothing or anything like that. Um, I don't understand why all of a sudden I'm this evil person because I wanted to find happiness for myself, and I did. Uh, I found a woman who loves me for despite all my faults, and believe me, there's a bunch of them, and I'm a work in progress, and everybody really is, and you've never given me the chance, not since day one, not since day one. You've pushed me away, pushed me away, pushed me away. If you want, I mean it. You love the rest of my family. You want to hang out with them and uh, go spend whole summers with them and all this and that. But when it comes to me or my happiness, you've never once been concerned about that. You talk about being selfless. Um, I think I've done a lot of selfless things, and you're probably the last person to talk about doing something selfless. Doing something selfless would be like, even if you felt your position was threatened by Eliza, you would still want me to be happy. That would be doing something selfless. You would do something that was displeasant for you, be, because you wanted somebody else to be happy. I'm not sure you really understand what selfless means if the way you're throwing it out. Um, and you know the great thing about this whole video thing is, I mean, you feel free to respond, and anybody else that wants to comment. Uh, I don't. I've never placed blame on you for anything besides pushing me away. I can't make you feel how you. I don't understand why you dislike me so much. Um, Nobody's a perfect dad. I don't. I've never. I mean, they don't make them how they show on TV, but there's no manual for it. And, I mean, the Bible helps a little bit, but it it still doesn't tell you how to be a dad and how to deal with stuff like this. You know, a teenage daughter that's just hates you. Um, I understand. From what I understand, it's most of it is because you're very jealous at the fact that I got married and that I have a stepdaughter, and I treat her like she's my own child. Um, she treats me better than you do, uh, and it's not that I want to replace you or anything like that. I've never. Um, if I gave you that impression, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry that you just can't. You don't want to get along. You don't even want to try to get along. You can't. I mean, do you think Silver has this fairy tale life that she's a spoiled child? And, um, you come walk a mile in her shoes. You know, come be her for a week or so, and you would be whistling a different tune. Um, you really everything that you're upset about is based on stuff that you don't even know. I mean, you never lived with me. You don't even know me. I mean, just be brutally honest. You don't know me. You know of me. You know what my family's heard, what my family said. Excuse me. What you know? Have I done dumb shit? Yeah, everybody has. I don't place the blame on other people for my mistakes. Some of the situations from my youth and stuff, I was in a bad situation and not of my choosing. I made some poor decisions that were, solely my own, and I paid for all mistakes. Um, I've never, I don't ever recall blaming anybody for. Besides, I blame my mom a lot before I stopped doing that a long time ago because I learned that no matter what circumstances life puts you in, you still make your own decisions, and you have to live with the consequences, be they good, be they bad. Um, and I had to live with a lot of my decisions. And if anybody would like to trade me places, then I go ahead. You can take my place. That'd be great. But not that it's bad to be me or anything like that. It's never a dull moment. Let me tell you that. It's never dull. Uh, but it's it's fun. Um, if you would give me a half chance, you would see that for yourself. Um, I guess that's everybody's has their own decisions to make about how they feel about people, but uh, I don't even know what to how to address even what all the stuff you're angry at. Um, I mean, I understand you're angry when you wrote it, because and it just gets more angry as it goes. Um, I said you think Silver is extremely spoiled. Um, she thinks the world revolves around her. She knows the world doesn't revolve around her. Um, she thinks you and Eliza, are the angels sent to take care of her. Well, of course, isn't that what your parents are? Your parents are supposed to take care of you, and uh, you, I wasn't around when you were when you were little. I'm sorry. I made some poor decisions, and but it was important life lessons, I guess, that I needed to learn to be able to be who I am today. Who this person I'm speaking of, who I am today, you don't even know. You haven't even given me a chance to. And it's not for lack of me trying to reach out to you. Um, I mean, I can go back and throw it up on here too if you want. I'd rather not have to air out my. I don't think it's dirty laundry, but just like you said on the very first page, I have questions too. Like why, mine are more mundane. Like I just would like to know my kid, what you like, what you don't like. I mean, anytime that you've ever been around me, and I try to initiate the only thing I ever had any kind of common ground on was music. You kind of like the same kind of music as me, or similar. Screamo's kind of like the stuff that I used to listen to, but anyway, I mean it was common ground. But um, I don't know, kid. I just gave up because you want to push back. I mean, whatever. I pulled back, and obviously when I pulled back, I got a response. So I wish it didn't have to come to where what it did, but anyway, that's all I got. Give me some more specifics of what is exactly I need to answer to. I'd be happy to. Till then, we'll see you later.